How are you, Mr. Maka?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm okay. Just a minute.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, Daphne. Okay. Mr. Musa, how are you? Huh? Musa,
I'm fine. How about you?
do you ever leave your hair alone? Huh?
Mm,
Always you're playing your hair, you know. Good. Daphne, why are you wearing jackets, or is it cold in Baku again?
No, teacher, it's just a long sweatshirt. Like those dress sweatshirts. It's not actually that cold.
What
And
is the
I'm wearing
temperature
like
now in Baku?
shorts.
Huh? What is the temperature now in Baku?
I don't know. I don't go outside of the
13
house.
degree.
13.
Yes.
No, it's 17. It shows
What
me like that.
temperature in Baku?
I don't know.
Okay, it says 13.
It's 13 degrees in Baku right now.
Okay, 13, but still it's cold. Here it's always about 25, you know. 25, 26, even 20, not 25, about 26. Now these days super hot. Anyway, guys, good to see you again. You all look good. And
Defna, are you
is-
sick?
huh?
I'm asking Defna, is she sick?
No. But I think I have a little bit cold from.
Yeah, in class you sounded sick. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I know. I took some medicine and then I think it's better now. But I did sound like I had like something.
Oh,
with my
by the
throat.
way, Miss Najla was gonna. Miss Najla is probably gonna talk with your parents today. So.
Yeah, she did.
Oh well, good luck with that.
It's okay. She already hates me, like probably
She
more than
hates all of
everybody.
us, I promise.
Okay. Just give me 1 minute. We finished already these questions. Only 5 left. There's so easy questions today then. Okay. Makkah, Daphne, Musa, Sona. I think Ibrahim is absent. Maybe he will join soon. So I hope, Daphne, you are enjoying solving these problems, right? I don't know how much you enjoy when you solve these problems. And liking or loving something is really different thing, you know. Maybe you become blind, whatever it is, we like it. Sometimes it may be a sport or some kind of food or even the people, right? For example, if you have a close friend, even if he has some flaws, right? You like him or you want to spend time with him or with her, okay, something like this. And also some people like math, some people like music, some people like drawing, okay. So most probably you are here, maybe you love math, maybe your parents love, that's why you are here, I don't know, again some different reasons. So for me, as I told you before, I have been I don't know, using the Singapore books for maybe 15, 20 years. Okay, I really like their questions and problems, and it is thought-provoking questions, and you have to think. Okay, without thinking, you cannot solve the problems. Like school math, for example, let's say if you're solving quadratic equation, if you know the formula, 2 3 steps, right? Okay, bring it into the standard form and find the discriminant, and you can find the roots, right? And also a lot of questions. But here, these questions are non-routine questions or non-standard questions. Okay, just knowing the formula, that's not enough. Just using a single formula, you cannot solve these questions. And that's why actually practicing these kind of questions, it improves your critical thinking skill. Okay, but this improves continuously. That's why you may not be aware of this. A lot of people say that, Mr. Qasim, I studied math a lot, but I don't know where am I using. You cannot see that, okay? And even you cannot know that maybe you are using, but you cannot know that. Anyway, guys, we will continue. So at the beginning of this course, maybe some of you were absent, and Daphne actually here since the beginning of this course, and also Musa. First, we tried to cover some topics, maybe 6 and 7, and after that, immediately I switched to Sasmo because the best way to prepare for the contest is we need to solve past papers, okay? But first, I thought that we can all practice all the questions in like maybe 6 weeks, but somehow it went a bit slowly, but it's fine. And this is your first year, the first time you are preparing, I think, okay? And maybe who knows, you're only grade 8. Next year, if you prepare, it will go much, much faster because at that time you will have already foundation, right? So now we are in 2017. We have 3 weeks left. Okay, every week, let's try to cover 2 papers. I mean, the primary 6 and the S1. That primary 6, sorry, S1 and S2. So if we can cover until 2020, until the contest day, it will be great. If not, I'll say it's okay. So guys, today I'm going to start this S1. Okay, let's first practice easy questions because the last 5 questions, they are hard questions. The first 15 questions, they are easy questions. At 15 to 20, they are medium level questions. And the last 5 questions are hard questions. Because when we have more time, at the time we will spend more time maybe in the last week to solve the last 5 questions. Okay, so today is 7th of April. So you are grade 8. Let's continue. That's what kind of questions we have here. Even I didn't see these questions. I just prepared, but I don't know. So now you have experience, you know how to solve this question, but here there may be different questions. After all, we are going to use some to some extent the similar logic. So what is the remainder? When is divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? There's something missing here. What is the remainder? When, okay, guys, I'll correct this, okay? Okay. So what is the remainder when 1, 2, 3, 4 times 5, 6, 7 is divided by 5? It's a very easy question, I think. Daphne, what do you think? What is the remainder? Can you tell me without solving? Just look at the question and calculate it mentally.
Teacher, we're just going to multiply 7 by 4, which is 28, and then we're just going to subtract it from 5.
That is 3, right? Because
Like
28, so it will be 3. That's it.
By the way, teacher, should I join from like my iPad or like, is it okay?
Yeah, it's up to
Because
which
when
one
I
is good
join
for
from
you.
there, I can write on the screen.
Yeah, actually, I wish everybody could join with laptop and iPad at the same time, because if you join with only iPad, I cannot see you. But I don't know. If you have iPad, of course, you should join with iPad. And sometimes when I ask you, immediately you can write a note on the screen, right? Okay, let's move to the next question. Maka, read it and you answer this question.
Given that 17 multiply A equal to 1017 square minus 1000 square. What is the value of A?
Okay, what do you think? What is the value of A? You have 15 seconds. Come on, Maka. What is it?
I don't know.
Musa?
I'm solving.
How come? Yeah. Sona, what do you think? What is the answer?
1 minute, please. Or
1
less than a
minute?
minute.
It's a lot. 10 seconds.
Okay. Is it C?
D.
D, right? Because here we have A minus A squared minus B squared. If you just subtract them, that's equal to 17. If you add them, it is 2017. On the right-hand side, we have 17 times A. Right, 17 cancel each other. So A is equal to 2017. Okay. Next question. Musa, your turn. Read the question first.
Find the average of the following 100 numbers.
Find the average of the following 100 numbers. Average means we should add them together and divide by the number of numbers, right, in the list or sets. So here we have 100 numbers. So what is the sum of these numbers?
Zero.
Yes, Daphna.
One, just like one.
1?
Yes.
Why?
Because like -1 plus
15.
+2 equals to 1. And that's going to continue for 100
A.
numbers.
Is it A?
There's going to be 50 pairs in 100, but it doesn't really matter since we're going to just like get 1.
Is it A?
No, it's 0.5 because it's like 1 per 2 numbers. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
that's
0.5.
right. Because if you just pair them, we have 100 numbers. -1 plus 2, it is 1. -3 plus 4, it is 1. -5 plus 6, it is 1. -99 plus 1, we have 100 numbers and we are just pairing them. So we have 50 pairs, right?
We're going to
So
have
that's
50.
equal to 50 over 100. So that's equal to 1 over 2.
0.5.
Okay, Sona, it's your turn. Read the question.
Okay. Which of the following has the largest value?
Which of the following has the largest value?
E.
E.
A.
No, E. If it said lesser, then it's A. Because like 1 in 19, everyone in 19 is a lot lesser than everyone in 7. So if there's more, like if there's 18 and 19, that one will not make as much, but the one in 6 out of 7,
I
it will
think
make a much more impact, like more than 2 times impact. So if one is like 1, the other one's 0.5. That's why that's bigger.
Okay, so Daphne, you are saying it is E.
Yes.
Musa?
I'm still thinking it's A.
Thinking. Maka?
I think it's E.
E. Sona?
A.
A. Okay, guys, here one way is to compare this. For example, I can just write 6 over 7 as 1 minus 1 over 7, right? And this one is 1 minus 1 over 11. And this one is 1 minus 1 over 13. And 1 minus 1 over 17. And 1 minus 1 over 19. Right? So as I see here, just comparing this part is much easier, right? Dividing 1 by 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Which one is the smallest here among these numbers? 1 over 19 is the smallest, right? So you're just taking away the smallest bit from 1. So that means that this will be the biggest number here. So the answer is E. Okay, Musa.
Or
Sometimes
you can
thinking
do the way
thinking
that
too
I
much
did.
is not good, you know, Musa. You should act. No, don't think too much.
Teacher,
Yes.
think about this. If you have a cake and you divide it into 19 pieces and you ate like one piece out of those 19, would that be more? Or like if you were to divide the same cake into 7 pieces and
Yeah,
ate
I
one,
felt
which one
like
would be
that.
bigger?
That's why I chose A.
Yeah, like no, the opposite. Which one would be, if the more cake you ate, the less cake that would be left, right?
No, but like
If you
if
eat
we're
like lesser amounts of cake, the cake that's left that is unate, that will be a lot more than if you ate like 2 times of it.
oh wait, that actually does make sense because the last piece in the A will be larger, so like there will be a larger proportion left. But if
Yes.
it's E, the pieces are tinier, which means if only one piece is left, that means less proportions. Oh, I get it now. Okay.
Great. I taught
But
somebody something.
But here, if you just write like this, 1 minus 1 over 7, 1 over 11, isn't it much easier than this? Exactly, I can see that. You see here, 1 over 19, that's the smallest number here because dividing 1 by 19 people, right? So, and just taking out or taking away this 1 over 19 from 1, it leaves the biggest share here. Anyway, guys, and another way is also we can just compare. And from here, for example, if you just compare A and E, for example, right? So here, 6 or 7, 10 or 11, 12 over 13, 16 over 17, 18 over 19. So greatest must be either A or E here, right? Because it cannot be the numbers in the middle. So if you just compare these two numbers, 6 over 7, if you multiply numerator and denominator by 3, 18 over 21. And here we have 18 over 19. Which one is greater? This one is smaller, right? So this is greater because you are dividing 18 by 21, 18 by 19. All right, anyway, that's so easy question. Maka, read the question.
It will cost Danny 15.50 3 banana smoothies and 4 mango smoothies. Buying 5 banana smoothies and 6
Okay, Maka,
mango
wait.
smoothies would
Do you know
cost.
what is smoothie? Do you ever drink smoothie in Baku?
I don't drink, but I know what's smoothie.
Because smoothie in Azerbaijan, if it is cold, of course you cannot drink it, right? Smoothie
Yes.
means ice with some kind of fruits. Because even when
Yes.
it is hot, if you drink smoothie, immediately you may have headache if you drink a bit more.
No,
So you have to
teacher,
drink it
think about
slowly and
this.
slowly. Huh?
Teacher, where did they get like 15.5 for like how many smoothies there? 7 smoothies? Like that's impossible to get nowadays. I
What
got
do you
like one
mean? It
smoothie
would
for
cost
20
Dani
manats, which is
15.50
like,
buy 3 banana smoothies and 4 mango smoothies. What do you mean it's not possible? It is possible.
yeah, it's a little bit too like cheap.
Now maybe in Baku, Azerbaijan, Turkey, it may be expensive, but if you come here, it is very cheap. 1 kilo of mango, it is $50 here.
Teacher, it's because like we have to buy it from other countries, the bananas and the mangoes, and then they have to go through like all those stuff, and it's probably not made in Azerbaijan, it's made in Turkey. So it's like if it's, let's say, 10 Turkish liras, it's like probably going to be 10 manat, which is like 3 or 4 times.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, actually,
The last
everywhere.
time I bought a smoothie, it was like this big. It was not that much. It was like half liters or something. And that was for like 10 manat or 8 manat or something. And it was not a good one, like not a homemade one. So I think it's a lot better to buy a machine.
Defna, where did you get it from?
I got it from Oba.
Where can you repeat?
Oba, the one.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, anyway, Daphne, everywhere, the things are different. For example, here, peach, apricots, and the cherry, it is super expensive. Okay, because it doesn't grow here. But this kind of fruit, mango, pineapple, for example, even if it is free, I don't buy this. Banana also, I don't know. We don't eat much. And Also now these days,
What
mango
about
season
dragon
now, it
fruit?
is so cheap. Huh?
What about dragon fruit? The
And
one
dragon
like
fruit is
that
also,
has a
it's very
pink
cheap.
shape.
Usually we don't eat it.
I have once bought it in Turkey and I really, really liked it. But it's very expensive here because it doesn't grow here. We have to buy it from other countries.
Oh my god, I hate dragon fruit. When I was in Milan, we had like they brought us, and it was the first time that I was trying, and I hated it so much.
Why? Why did
Really?
you hate it? Because
I just
because
didn't like the taste of it. I threw up.
oh, taste is good.
It might be because it's strange a little bit. But I like that kind of strange taste
No,
in
no.
it.
If you so to say, for example, you didn't like durian, for example, I understand. Durian is very expensive, good, but it has very strong smell. A lot of people they say that oh, it's like spoiled onion, okay, but that is super expensive, very delicious fruit. But dragon fruit, it doesn't have smell. Just it's not too sweet, right? But it's good for I don't know. I like it. I don't like
Maybe
super
it's
much,
not
but
too
I
sweet
like.
for her.
Yeah,
I
usually
like sugar very
usually
much, but I
tropical
also like apples, you know?
tropical fruits they are not too sweet. Why you know that? Because every time you can find this. That's why. Anyway, so let's get back to this question. So it would cost Danny $15.50 to buy 3 banana smoothies and 4 mango smoothies. Buying 5 banana smoothies and 6 mango smoothies would cost him $24.50. What is the price in dollars of 2 banana smoothies? Very easy questions, guys. Try. Okay, you have 1 minute and 45 seconds. It's just simultaneous linear equations, right?
I see, teacher.
What do you say, Maka?
Yeah, I found the answer.
Already?
Yes.
So while ladies were talking, you were working.
Yes.
I see. You're a smart boy. So what did he get?
I got $5.
Okay. Let's make a wait for 1 more minute. Okay. Also, Musa is working and definitely Osana. Let's see if they get the same answer. Musa, what did he get?
I have 4,
4?
but I didn't know why.
Okay, it's just simple simultaneous linear equations. 3 banana plus 4 mango, 15.5. Buying 5 banana and 6 mango smoothies would cost him 24.50, right? So that's it. We need to solve the system of linear equation. What's the question? The banana smoothies. So we need to find B. The first one multiplied by 3, second one by 2, right? It is 9b plus 12m. If you multiply by 3, it is 45, 46.5. The second one by 2, it is 10b plus 12m. By 2, it is 49. If you subtract the first equation from the second one, right? 10b minus 9b, that is b. And 49 minus 46.5, that's equal to 2.5, right? It says that what is the price in dollars of 2 banana smoothies? 2 banana smoothies That is 2 times 2.5. That's equal to $5.
Yeah, now I see my mistake. I found how much cost mango smoothie.
So you got 2.5?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move to the next question. Musa, read the question.
Find the next term of the following sequence.
I found it, teacher.
Teacher, I am too stubborn, so I just found it, even though I couldn't make it in the time.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, no, this not this question, the last question. I couldn't do it on the time, but then I found it.
Did you get 5?
Teacher, I found the answer of this question.
Yes, Maka, what did you get?
C.
Why?
Because first is 2017 minus 2016 is 1, it's square 1. And 2016 minus 2012, it's 4, it's the square of 2. And 2012 minus 2003, it's 9, it's the square of 3. And then it's 16, it's the square of 4. And it will be 25.
So this we are just subtracting square numbers to get the next term, right? So 1987 minus 25 will be, what is it? 1962. So the answer is C. Very good.
Teacher, he stole my title of being the fastest one in this class. Fast and accurate, actually. Whatever.
Yeah, Maka. Maybe Daphne, you were busy with the previous question. I think that's why.
That might be true, but he does have a high eye for this stuff. It's not hard to guess, teacher. It's hard to be like, it's not hard to be fast. It's hard to be fast and accurate.
Okay. Daphne, can you read this question for us?
Okay, 100 students participate in a survey about usage of social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. All of them are using at least one of the sites, I mean, of course. It was found that all who use Instagram also use Facebook. 40 students use YouTube, 30 use Instagram, 8 use all the sites, and 12 use YouTube only. Determine the numbers of students who use Facebook only. 0. Nobody has Facebook nowadays, especially the teenage generation, teacher.
Why?
Because, I mean, it got really uncool and nobody wants to be on it after our parents
No,
came
do
there.
not insult the adults.
No, it's like they were sending stuff and trying to figure it out. And I remember like back at the time 2 years or 3 years ago when I first got my phone, I was like, I have to see how it is like. And now the only reason I use Facebook for is like birthdays.
Yeah, everyone, a lot of people, they don't use because if you just keep using, it's a bit boring and blah, blah. As a teacher, I use Facebook. I don't use Instagram much because to keep in touch with my students. Otherwise, a lot of time they say, hi, Mr. Qasim, how are you? I know that students, but I can't remember, you know. But if you follow, at least you remember, it's you, right? And on this purpose only, I use Facebook. But,
Teacher, in Instagram, I think it's a little bit easier for like people to use since it has like, it's not Samsungy, but it's Apple-y, which means it has an user-friendly web page and sorts, and it explains a lot of stuff. But I like Facebook because there's like lots of features to it if you find them. But also in Instagram, I think the only reason it was like it's still trending is because even if our parents come there or sorts, there's still going to be a large amount of people who like the style and the version of ideas, unique ideas like stories and sorts, which YouTube also stole. But I also think, for example, YouTube or Google, they will never be able to like disappear until there's like no social media sites, because YouTube is a very great platform that nothing has ever replaced it.
Yeah,
So it's
actually,
like
definitely, it's
WhatsApp
all
or
about
sorts.
people test. Somebody like Apple, somebody like, I don't know, apricot or something. We cannot actually, how to say, we cannot judge people's choices. So, for example, my
Yeah,
wife likes
there's
Instagram,
that
I like
too,
Facebook, for example, let's say. Okay, so whoever likes,
teacher. But like certain sites, not maybe everybody will like them, not maybe everybody will have them. For example, my dad also doesn't have Instagram, or has one, just doesn't do anything with it. But I don't think it will never ever like disappear, nobody will like it or nobody talk about it. There's still going to be a little bit amount of people talking about it.
yeah, okay.
But what mean 40 students use YouTube and 12 students use YouTube only?
One is like when
So
30, 40 students use YouTube and something else maybe. And then there's 12 people who use YouTube only and not other social media. Like there's 40 students that use YouTube and something else. And then 12 that use only YouTube and YouTube only.
Musa, I didn't hear your question. Can you repeat it? What did
Uh,
he ask?
40 students use YouTube only, but and 12 students use YouTube only.
Okay, here, Musa, again, to solve these kind of questions, right? We need to, how to say, uh, it's related to set, right? One of the good way to solve this kind of question is drawing a Venn diagram, right? So here we are talking about three different social media: Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, right? And here, if you just draw like circle, for example, let's say this one is YouTube, and this one is Instagram, and this one is Facebook. Okay, let me just write here. The first one is, let's say this one is YouTube, and this one is Facebook and Instagram. As you see here, for example, this part, let me just write here the X and Y and Z, T, W. For example, what is it? I don't know, A and B. If you look at X, for example, right, that means that these people, they use only YouTube, no other social media. The Z people, only Facebook, no other social media. And also B, only Instagram. And how about Y? If you look at Y, they use YouTube and also Facebook, but not Instagram. But if you look at W, it is at the heart of this, right? In the intersection of these three circles, which means that these W people, they use all of this. They use YouTube and also Facebook and also Instagram. Now, if you read the question here, okay, altogether we have 100 students participate in a survey about usage of social media sites and the Instagram and blah, blah. All of them are using at least one of the series, because outside here we have 0 people, okay? And because it says that all of them are using at least one of these sites. It was found that all who use Instagram also use Facebook. So what does it mean? Makka, what do you understand from this? It was found that
Which means like
all
we
who
can create
use
one.
Instagram also use Facebook. How do we
Which
draw this?
means there will only be like people on the W and A side of the I circle, T, W, and A.
Yeah. A is 30.
So that means that it is
Facebook
something
and
like this,
Instagram.
right? It is,
So we
if
can
this one
type
is
it here.
Instagram, right? Instagram, it says that it was found that all who use Instagram also use Facebook. That means that all Instagram users are also Facebook users. It's something like this. So this one is Facebook, this one is Instagram. Every person who uses Instagram also they use Facebook.
Our teacher, we're only going to write people like here.
Okay.
So I
Anyway,
think answer is A.
A.
Yes,
Why? I don't know,
because
but I'm
it
just
says
asking.
Facebook only.
So 40 students use YouTube. Okay. And 30 use Instagram. And
But try to
8.
find the Z.
Determine the number of students who use Facebook. Okay.
Yes, it says only Facebook.
Yes.
And I think it's 10.
Because since we don't have anybody outside, I can just roll like this. Here we have YouTube, right? And here we have Facebook. And also here we have Instagram. Is it like this? Because everybody who uses Instagram also uses Facebook.
Teacher, can I ask
There
something?
is 8 people use all 3 sites to
Teacher,
use
there's
it.
one thing we're missing here. When we say like 40 students use YouTube, there's also the 12 inside of it who use YouTube only, right?
Okay. Here it
Or
says
is it
that
like 40 plus 12?
now let's just continue. Here 8 use all the 3 sites, right? That means that here it is 8. And how many use Instagram? 30 use Instagram. So here it must be 22. And 12 use only YouTube only. So here we have 12. Right? Determine the number of students who use Facebook only. So that means that here, right? Altogether we have 100. So it is 30. And how many students use YouTube, right? It is okay. 40 students use YouTube. That's why it is 8, 12. Here we have 20. Okay, that's it now. So how many people here? X. That X is equal to 100 minus 40, 52. No, it is
Teacher, there's
30,
something wrong there.
50, 62, which is equal to 38.
Teacher, this one should be 32. No,
Why?
38.
Why?
It's because there's 12 people who use YouTube only and 40 students who use YouTube.
Okay, here we have YouTube, guys. Here it was found that all who use Instagram also use Facebook.
There should be 38 students who use
There is 8 students
YouTube
use
and
all
something
3
else.
sites, and 40 minus 8 and minus 12 is 20.
But
So
it says teacher YouTube only. How do we know the 20, the 40 or whatever that's inside? The
no,
40
here.
includes people also in 8 and also in 12.
Okay, well, I'll explain. YouTube
Okay, I
first,
get it.
Maka, can you tell me why did you get 10?
Because I didn't. No. I don't know why I guess that.
Yeah, I mean, let me explain one more time. After that, if you have objection, let's listen. After that, let's move to the next question. Okay.
I got it.
So here it was found that all who use Instagram also use Facebook. That means that Instagram must be inside Facebook, right? Every person who uses Instagram also using Facebook. And 40 students use YouTube, okay? And 30 use Instagram, and 8 use all the 3 sites. As you see here, this 8, right? That's intersection of these 3. They're using Instagram, Facebook, at the same time, YouTube, okay? And 12 use YouTube only. If 12 use only YouTube, right? And how many students use YouTube? It is 40. 40 minus 12 minus 8. So this must be 20. Because altogether 40 students are using YouTube. And 30 use Instagram, right? So if it is 8, so this part should be 22. This 22 means they use Instagram, but not YouTube. And 12 use YouTube only. So 12 use YouTube only, that's it. So this part here, right, this region, these students, they use only Facebook. They don't use Instagram, they don't use YouTube. So it says that at least one of the, all of them are using at least one of these sites. That means that we don't have any student outside these circles. So altogether we have 100 students, right? The total number should be equal to 100, which means that 12 plus 20 plus 8 plus 22 plus x, that's equal to 100. So 12 plus 8, 20, it is 40, 62. 100 minus 62, that's equal to 38. So 38 students are using only Facebook. That's it. Okay, guys, let's move to the next question. You may try again, okay, because you draw a Venn diagram, read the question, and you can see much clearer. Here the answer is.
Teacher, I feel like we're going faster this time.
Because you are experienced now, you are not new, you practice a lot of questions, and you are working so hard day and
No,
night.
it's because
That's
of
why.
me. It's because I'm actually participating.
Okay. Sona, are you still here?
Yeah, I am here.
Sona, can you read this question and let's think together 1.5 minutes, then we'll discuss. Sona, first read it.
Okay. The operator acts on TYQ numbers to give the following results.
How do you call this symbol? Does anybody know this?
Sum or turtle.
What do you mean? This one.
Isn't that like plus and multiplication?
Guys, can you answer and write your answer to the chat box? Okay? Don't say anything. Let's see who can answer correctly.
Okay.
You have 1.5 minutes, or let's say 2 minutes. Don't say anything. Write to the chat box.
The answer of the question or what that thing means?
Answer.
Okay.
Musa already answered the question really so fast.
Teacher, this is a very easy question.
Really? What is the answer?
A.
Why?
Because the way that this goes is you get, can I write it? Oh, yeah. You get the first letter here and then plus 2. And then you get the first one. You put the first one in the place. And then you get the second one plus 2. Put it to the other place. The same thing goes for here.
Definitely. Can you just write me what is this? If you're given any A, see we have some beautiful thin stuff here. Okay, B is what?
No, B.
And we are just writing next to each other, right? Side by side. I see it. So that is A times B plus 2. So this one is actually 8 and 4 plus 2 is 6. 9, 8 plus 2 is 10. 12, right? And 6 plus 2, it is 8. 20 and 15 plus 2, it is 17. So this will be 17. 70 plus 2, it is 19.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
I didn't even look at the like numbers. I wrote it down. I was going to give like the answer myself after I found it, and then I figured out it was A.
Good. Maka, read the question.
Teacher, it's getting dark, so I'm gonna quickly open my lights and come back.
It's given that n equal to n
N
multiply
factorial.
n minus 1.
Okay.
N
N
factorial.
factorial.
N factorial equal to n multiply n minus 1 and multiply n minus 2 multiply dot 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 and multiply 3 and multiply 2 and multiply 1. For
Maka, you
example,
can just read
4
it as
factorial.
times, right? The multiplication here, we can just write it as times. N times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times dot 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 3 times 2 times 1. Much faster.
For example, 4 factorial equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Find the remainder when 1 factorial plus 2 factorial plus 3 factorial plus dot 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 10 factorial is divided by 10.
Okay, guys, you have 1.5 minutes, okay? Time starts now. Very easy question.
Teacher, should we write it on the chat?
Yes, please. We have 30 more seconds. After that, we will discuss. Did you get it? What did you guess? Write it to the chat box. Let me see.
Teacher, I am thinking of the answer, but I don't know if I'm right since I didn't like write it down or do it that way.
Your answer is correct. Are you sure or just guessing?
Teacher, I'm sure of it, but I am also kind of guessing since like it's my way of doing, and there was probably parts that I missed out.
Good. Makka, Musa, Sona, do you have any answers?
D.
Musa, what do you say? D?
Yes.
D. Makka?
A.
Okay. I don't like wearing glasses, but sometimes looking at the screen a lot, yes, actually makes your eyes tired. Anyway, here we know that if you just write this sum, right, 1 factorial plus 2 factorial plus 3 factorial plus 4 factorial plus 5 factorial plus dot dot 10 factorial. We know that actually if you just include 5, right, every number here, the last digit is 0 at least, right? So that means that here, if you just add these numbers, since 5 factorial, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the last digit is 0. So if you divide this by 10, it will be 0. So just now we need to divide this part by 10, which is equal to 1. This one is 2. 3 factorial is 6. 4 factorial is 24, which is equal to 33. So if you divide 33 by 10, the remainder will be 3. Okay.
Teacher, I did it in a different way.
How?
I wanted elimination. First,
Elimination?
it cannot be 6. No, it can actually. It's not 5. Why did I even do that? And then I eliminated choices. I said like it cannot be 6 and 5 for some reason. I thought we were dividing to 5.
No, no. If you
However,
do like this,
then I just went into the normal way. I thought like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all this continues. There's probably going to be like a way that it goes. And then I
actually,
found
definitely
the
here,
way.
the idea is you should be able to see that after 5 factorial, right? Every the 6 factorial, 7 factorial, because they contain 5, and we have a lot of 2's, the last digit is 0. And that's why I'm just cutting off this part and just only focus on the first 4 numbers. Because 5 factorial, right? It is 5 times 2, it is 10. The last digit is 0. 6
By
factorial,
the
we have
way,
1, 5. The
teacher,
last digit is 0. Huh?
what was the sun symbol in the last question?
What?
What is the name of the like sun kind of looking symbol in the question before this?
I didn't understand. Don't know. Are you asking me the name of the symbol or what?
Yes, the name of the symbol in the last question that looked
Last
like a
question?
sun.
This one?
Yeah,
I don't
the
know.
sun there.
I don't know.
What is
Teacher,
it
let's
named?
go. It's logic symbol.
You already said that it looks like a sun, right? We can call it a sun.
Yes.
Sun
Okay.
symbol.
I thought you knew it. What
No,
was
no,
that?
I didn't. I don't know that. Maybe after the class I may look because there are a lot of characters. They have special name. Okay, Maka, read the question. This logic questions. It takes time. Let's see. You have 5 minutes left.
5 friends of James are playing a riddle game in which James has to determine who is hiding his key. Antonio, it's not Eric, it's Bruce. Bruce, it's not Chris, it's not Eric. Chris, it's Eric, it's not Antonio. Daniel, it's Chris, it's Bruce. Eric, it's Daniel, and it's not Antonio. If each of them says only one true sentence, who is hiding James' key?
If each of them says only one true sentence, right? It means that one is true, one is false. Who is hiding James' key? 5 friends of James are playing a riddle game in which James has to determine who is hiding his key. Antonio says that it's not Eric, it is Bruce. Bruce says it's not Chris, it is not Eric. And Chris said it is Eric, it is not Antonio.
If each of them, two of them, or what?
But each of them says only one true sentence. And you see here, everybody is saying 2 sentences, right? One of them is true, another one is false. Guys, let's think, okay, 2 minutes, and after let's discuss, because we need to write it down on a paper, then we can get something.
Teacher, I found it.
Just a minute, Daphne, just a minute.
I think I found it too.
Should I write it on the chat, teacher?
Just a minute. 1 more minute, okay? After that, let's see. Let me see if we can answer this. After that, we'll discuss. Okay, Maka, what's your answer? And let's listen to you. After that, let's listen to Daphne. We'll compare your
I think it's
answers.
Chris.
Chris, why?
Because Antonio says it's not Eric and it's not. It is Bruce. If you say it's, he says it's Bruce. If you say it's false, and then it's not Eric too. And Bruce say it's not Chris and it's not Eric. If it's not Eric, if Eric isn't uh, hiding James K, it will be Chris. It's not because Bruce says it's not a Chris. It's a false sentence. I think. And then Chris says it's Eric. It's not Antonio. It is not Eric. It's a false sentence, and Antonio isn't hiding James K. And Daniel say it's Chris. It's Bruce. It's Bruce's false sentence. It's Chris's maybe right sentence. And Eric says it is Daniel. It's not Anthony. If Daniel is false sentence and Anthony is uh, hiding James K. And I think it's Chris.
Teacher, I got the same answer by the same way he said, but let me like say it in a better version. Now, in the first sentences, the things that Antonio said, let's count it is not Eric, the correct sentence, and it is not it is Bruce, the wrong sentences. And then in Bruce's statement, we have to count the same thing. It is not Eric as the correct one, or else it will be the opposite. So we go with it is not Eric. And in Chris's statement, it says it is Eric. By saying it is not Eric true, I made the sentences it is not Eric wrong. So we're going to go with it is not Antonio. Then in Daniel's statement, if we say it is Bruce, in the first Antonio statement, we made it is Bruce the wrong sentences. So it is not Bruce, but it says it is Bruce, so it's probably the wrong sentences. So we're going to go with it is Chris. And then in Eric's statement, we are going to say it is not Antonio, because in Chris's statement, we chose it is not Antonio as the correct one. So we're going to go with it is not Antonio because it's the correct one also in Eric's statement. And when we get that, we get like, and it is not Eric, it is not Eric, it is not Antonio, it is Chris, and it is not Antonio. And the only one that states the correct statement is coming from Daniel saying it is Chris.
Chris.
I was pointing to someone.
Okay, good.
I wish that was clear.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Let's finish today's class here. The group is waiting for me now. Okay, so let's think about this one more time. And Daphne, Maka, if you have different way, like, I mean, it's algebraic way, can you solve this? In case in a written form, if you can do this, share it with me. Let me see. Okay. So, guys, I will continue from here. If you think that you need questions, just let me know. Mr. Qasim, I need paper this year, then I will drop this, okay? Because if you don't ask, I don't want to share. Okay, that's it for today. Have a nice weekend. Let me also have a look. Okay, I can share with some past papers with you. You have a lot of time until next Monday. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Have a nice weekend. See you next Monday.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
so
Bye.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.